Mobi bia kwa abasan de boba daily updates so message so baso subscribe to your channel na feel like video no share na for adventure so bra comment section ni be gibre na kan e de amount na intia mensa kan say NDC fo na chese campaign omo ye ya omo ne omo mpanyimfo yi bia na chese omo ne nama no makoju baabi omo duru honum na obi di moto across kwan no and omo campaign omo ye so na police fo bia nka ho ye omo ne omo securities lenam nti omoye na security ba akusiye no ye dey otoche moto ye wen mu no semasa nti unim sa haye kwan ma wodi moto abe cross no nti omoye na ye de na se security si ye ma unia na ye se omoye dey omotwe moto isi baabi na omo wo so ko baabi omoko nti omoko ye no omo se san wo mechi aba nti omo ba na omo duru hono ma sa baabi a omayama guys yo mabe paki moto okwan mu na ho no ma o masa paki Toyota Corolla e wo sa kwan no ms there be die no musiye to musiya gigi ne sa dane ntokwa o ma bu security men no chese abusuafo nya asem ketua o ma say NDC for o mo cars na o mo dinam no ma pa glasses ni bebre cars no ebi ye de enya ho eyi fa ho ko manim kaka ekoye de ekochoke one side e twen omo maka but cars aka we chiri ni chese MP a omo ne omo nam ni mpanyimfo nde eni o mabru bia masame ameka se kura de MP ba kwa former MP ba kwa kasa wo se ni nsam ni na ebu ntiwe na host yi bisa presenter yi bisa ne se na ususu se ehifo ne hye sade echi no say we dey definitely a NPP for because omo te ho no omo ni obi ani asem nti e ba ne say na wo timi ye dey e be attack omo e wo omo kem ma je abuzafo yenkoti nsema ye mani de tu dwa e bra attack course ni e ba de obi ase de beto so remember review say dem sika chem na subscribe to your channel na fi for adventure so bra comment section yenkoti audio ni bra
some exchange of words, one language in the town, that is Nana Nyama, confronted the guy and told him that, haven't you seen the convoy coming? Please move your motor out. Before I realized there were some exchange of words and they were about to fight, so I got off my vehicle. My vehicle was the leading vehicle. So I got off the vehicle and pulled him away. And some bystanders pulled the motor off, so we were able to proceed to the party office. We finished our operation at the office and decided to return. When upon returning, we saw another Toyota Corolla parked at the same spot, also refusing to leave for us to move out. So our security men got out to plead with the guy to move out, but the guy insisted he wouldn't move out. And another confrontation started. So we managed to arrest the guy, to take him to the police station. And they handcuffed one of his hands. So we had to get down, plead with our security men to leave him so that we can leave. So he brought the key to open it, but before he could open the lock, there were slaps coming from behind to the security man, pulled down, and they pounced on him. So the other, and somebody, I don't know the person, entered the Corolla and moved the Corolla away. Not the right driver, not the person who was had blocked the road. It was a different person who pulled the Toyota Corolla out. So our vehicles were able to move. But those standing on the ground, the NDC people standing on the ground, because the vehicle had moved, they had to leave the scene by walking. After they started beating the security men, anybody in NDC attack was attacked. I was standing pleading with the people. Before I realized the blows, so they don't throw the blows from your front, it comes from the back. So you didn't see who is throwing the blows. Before I realized I was on the ground in pounds on me.
Oh my.
I saw other members also being attacked here and there. In fact, it was. I wish we could. I had wanted to get a video, but nobody is giving me the video so that I could see how it happened. So somebody came to pull me away. Class that Naneniama. They held my two hands, taking me away. But as they were taking me away, the blows keep coming from my back, hitting me everywhere. So I got one of my hands twisted. And they pulled it. So I think the socket was realigned. And we had to leave the cell. And another guy, I hope it's the guy who, in fact, I didn't see the guy who started beating the security man. But the person looked like the same person. The stature of the person looked the same. He started throwing stones. When we were not going, when the car left and we were walking, the car came back. The car came back to pick those who were left. So when the car came back, they started throwing stones at the vehicles, breaking the glasses. About 4 cars got their windows broken. Like the one you are showing on the television, that was the car I was in, the Ram. That is a big car. They broke the side screen, they broke the back screen, and there's a hide oven. They broke the back screen. 2 of our pickups, they broke the front screens. So when they brought the vehicle, they pushed me in, and then we had to leave the town to report the case at Dominancy Police Station. So yesterday, in fact, that very day, I didn't feel the pains. But the next day, they came to wake me up to go, and I said, no, I can't because I'm feeling pains all over. The other driver who got his head also broken went to Akroma clinic. The others who couldn't go, in fact, it was night. We left there around 7 p.m. So the next morning, the others also attended different health centers. But the police report directed me to go to the Catholic Hospital in Dréstrỳ, and we are still waiting for the others to come and write their statement. I am writing my statement now when it falls. So the others are yet to come and write their statement.
That's actually much worse than the reports we received. I'm very sorry to hear that, sir, and I hope that you are recuperating well. Would you say that this was a premeditated attack?
You said?
Would you say that this was a premeditated attack?
Oh, yes. Do you know something? Every 4 years, the same community as Akroma, they attack us.
Every 4 years?
4 years, every election year, they attack us. I have been attacked previously on 2 occasions.
Is that so?
Yes, my predecessor was attacked once. The MP who is next to me has also been attacked. In fact, I was with his convoy, same. He was also attacked, and attack came to me personally.
And this happens every 4 years. Who would you say is behind these attacks? What have the police told you?
The NPP supporters. There are specific people. I wouldn't say all the NPP supporters. There are specific people. One called Andy, one is called Diamond, and I don't remember all the names.
So these are known people, and you've reported to the police.
Yes, yeah. In fact, you know, I'm the type, I don't entertain minor issues. So even when I'm attacked, I tell them, oh, leave them. Let's concentrate on our campaign. But this time, beside the regular attackers, the whole community, like the NPP members in the community, most of them came to support the attack. Young guys as young as 16, 18 years included. And in fact, there were many. There were many.
Wow. And what have the police told you?
Oh, yesterday, about 30 police officers came to my house that the IGP has sent them to come to me to explain the issues to them. And we went to Akroma, so where the incident happened to show them how the whole thing started.
Okay. All right. So they are investigating.
Yeah, they are investigating. Officers from Takrady, from Takwa, from Asenkrigwa, and officers from our constituency. And they came that IGP has sent them, so they came to me.
All right. Well, we hope that the police are able to work on this as soon as possible and bring the perpetrators to book. Can you confirm if Joan Jan Kujo was part of the convoy when this happened?
Yeah, she was part of the convoy. So when the confrontation started, our focus was on her to take her away from the scene. So when the guy pulled the vehicle away, somebody, the unknown person pulled the vehicle away, they sped off with her vehicle and took her away.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, Honorable, this morning. We're grateful for your time, and we're very sorry that this happened to you. All right. I've just been on the phone with Honorable George Arthur, former Member of Parliament for Amenfi Central, where there was an attack on the convoy belonging to the parliamentary candidate, Madam Joan Jan Kujo. Still on the show today, handing over to Kesi Asari for more conversations on the elections.
Right, thank you very much, Nashako. This is our continuing coverage of the
Peace Accord, a wobbly one. And I think some of these isolated instances or incidences are pointing to that. Hopefully, we will have the police and the judiciary working hand in hand, and the parties themselves continuously sending a message to their supporters that no violence will have nothing to do with those who are violent, and we actually hand you over to the law enforcement agents.
Right, and we've just heard from the former Member of Parliament from NPP Central say that the IGP has indeed dispatched a team of police personnel to investigate the matter. That should tell us that the IGP is not going to take matters lying down.
No, the IGP has never taken any matter lying down. You see, people tend to forget that there are different forms of policing and law enforcement. IGP Dampare has demonstrated clearly to the people of Ghana consistently that if you cross the line, if you flout the rules, he will get you. And if he gets you, he will deal with you. You see, and I can assure you that very quickly we will hear that those who perpetrated this crime have been arrested. And I know that the Chief Justice, I think, also has a fast-track court to deal with these issues. You see, we need to send a signal to these tiny percentage of individuals, politicians and their supporters, who always hold us to ransom every 4 years, intimidating, threatening, beating, destroying, that we will not take it anymore. That the power emanates from the ordinary people whose taxes they feed fat on, and that we will not tolerate the creating societies of fear. Okay, so the IGP, Dr. Dampare, and Chief Justice Tokonu will work hand in hand and ensure that those who flout the rules will be dealt with.
Yeah, very finally, Prof, before I let you go, I know you've got to attend to other matters, but before I let you go, gauging from the political atmosphere and the high stakes of this year's elections, I know this is very speculative, but do you expect a lot more of these isolated cases of violence?
Oh, they will happen. Not that I'm expecting more, but it will happen. And therein lies the unfortunate statement by the British High Commissioner that she thinks with her colleagues that this election will be more violent. And I think it's so unfortunate and totally unacceptable because, you see, we have a certain tendency to think, oh, our partners have spoken and therefore it is right. Or that they may have some insider knowledge or sophisticated analysis that, oh, it should be violent. And I want us all collectively to debunk that false analysis and the risk assessments and whatever evaluative framework were lying behind that statement. Okay? And that is why it's important that IGP Dr. Dan Parry and his team find these gangsters and Chief Justice Tokono and her team ensure that whatever laws are there are used, and then we all get to know. Between now and Saturday morning, insightful language and those who behave as such will also be dealt with. This nation of 34 million does not belong to the 1% politicians and their cohorts who seek to bring everything that we built down, not because of their personal interests. After since 1992, how much qualitative improvement has come into people's lives? Okay. So my argument to all people and my appeal is that don't let this 1% who are driven by pecuniary self-interest intimidate you, incite you, and to hurt your neighbor. No.
I've got to say a big thank you to you. I've got to say a big thank you to you, Professor Kesi A'nin. He's a security analyst. You're still watching Election 360.